Hello, it's Craig here, with a guide for the Crit Draw Greatsword style, before I do my Greatsword breakdown. In my opinion, Critical Draw is one of the most interesting skills in Monster Hunter Wilds, as the skill gives you a boost big enough for you to completely change your style and build. It is absolutely fun to build around. Let's take a look. Critical Draw gives up to 100% affinity at level 3, which means that you don't have to be running any other sources of affinity to guarantee your crits, as long as you started from 0% affinity or more. Even without critical boost, this translates to up to 25% more damage dealt. Usually a bit less, say around 20%, because not every hit you make will always have Critical Draw activated, but the majority of your hits definitely should. Critical Draw activates for 3 seconds upon performing a draw attack. You cannot simply unsheath the weapon to get the boost, because the skill activates the instant your draw attack lands or completes. This also means that you can charge up an attack for your draw attack, like on the Greatsword, without losing any duration on your crit draw buff. The Greatsword's draw attack is its standard charge slash, except performed faster from a sheathed state, because the sword is already located on your back. Charging this attack basically doubles the damage you deal without consuming more sharpness. If the opening window is large enough, you should go for the charge, since it not only provides you with higher damage, but also opens up more options I'm going to talk about. If you don't have the time though, doing an uncharged slash is still perfectly fine. Now, because Critical Draw lasts for 3 seconds, we have the time to fit more attacks with 100% affinity. We don't need to only cycle our draw attack over and over again, which would have been a pretty boring playstyle. Our first option is a wide sweep into overhead slash. This option is basically worthless, as it doesn't provide anything you can't accomplish with your other choices. The second option is the good old classic strong charge slash. Unfortunately, even with the focus 3 that we're running, we do not have enough time to fit in a level 3 strong charged slash. This means that we have to settle for a level 2 strong charged slash, which is inferior to our third option, the offset rising slash. Following up our draw attack with the offset rising slash gives us enough time to load up a level 3 offset attack. Best of all, if you do land a counter hit on a monster, we not only proc counter strike, but also knock the monster down to give you more free time. While the follow-up cross slash will not receive the benefit of 100% affinity, you should still use it for more free damage and a quick repositioning. There's no reason not to pick the offset rising slash over the strong charge slash, except for when our fourth option takes place. The fourth option only exists if you charge your draw attack. This is because we're going to be tackling out of it. If you successfully tackle an enemy attack this way, your charge level will be safe, and you will advance to strong charge slash in your combo. The tackle itself will crit and count as the beginning of your draw attack timer, but it should still give you enough time to finish up with a level 3 strong charge slash. Of course, you can still go with level 3 offset if you're expecting another monster attack. There is one fifth and final option that also requires you to charge your draw attack to draw out its true power. After a fully charged draw attack, immediately chain it into a focus strike perforate for breaking wounds. This produces even higher damage than any of your other options when done correctly. This is because the focus strike of Greatsword inherits the charge level of the previous move. If you charged your sheath slash, the focus strike will have a level 3 charge, doing much more damage than if you didn't. Finally, after finishing your draw slash, if you don't have time to charge up an offset to counter the monster, Directional Guard is a great defensive tool. For some reason, inputting a direction while guarding will make the guard come out faster. Other than Directional Guard, we usually finish our combo with a roll into sheath to continue our loop as we search for opportunities. One final note, because I'm running a sleep RTN for my Greatsword. If you're going for a wake-up strike, there's no need to do the whole true charge slash sequence. Simply doing a fully charged draw attack will save a lot more time and do more damage because our critical draw will guarantee our crit. And this is basically your gameplay loop for the Wild's Crit Draw Greatsword style, which offers much more mobility and safety over more typical ways of playing the Greatsword. It's very beginner friendly. Onto optimization for gear. My build utilizes an RTN Greatsword with level 3 crit draw deco, level 3 crit damage deco, and focus plus handicraft jewel. The RTN has full attack rolls other than one sharpness roll. If you want to chase maximum damage for that sweet wake up attack, you can go for 5 rolls too, but one sharpness just makes sharpness management unneeded. RTN is by far your most optimal weapon because of all the skill levels you want to pick up. Being able to run Crit Draw 3 and Crit Boost 3 without needing to invest in other sources of affinity gives us the best result when we can wholeheartedly stack raw attack. If you just want to give the build a try though, Primrillo's Dissolution is your best crafted option. While I think Blazing Veya works fairly well for normal Greatsword builds, I don't recommend it for the crit draw style. This is because the cooldown on White Flame Torrent is 3 seconds. But for crit draw, you're trying to fit your damage within a 3-second window. Besides, the true damage proc itself is just inferior to the damage synergy of getting maximum amount of crit and crit damage alongside Focus 3. Now, we cannot possibly talk about Critical Draw without mentioning Quick Sheath. Thankfully, Quick Sheath is only a level 1 decoration slot, so it is super easy to fit in. The more you sheath your weapons, the better this skill is. Because we sheath our Greatsword so often to do our draw attack, level 3 is optimal. It's a bit difficult to measure the exact timing, but it seems like level 3 Quick Sheath nearly cuts our sheath animation time in half, making your gameplay a lot smoother. As previously mentioned, with 100% affinity available to us for the most part due to our playstyle, we can direct our gear and skill investment wholeheartedly to pushing for raw attack. Counter-Strike 3 is a Greatsword staple, and that does not change even if we're a crit draw build. We can activate it with offset attacks and tackles even if we don't get knocked down. Evade Window and Adrenaline Rush is another great source of attack for dodging monster hits while also making your dodges better. And finally, Resentment activates when we get hit or when we take chip damage through guarding. For the set bonuses, I also added the Doshaguma 2-piece because it gives us 10 more raw attack for 3 minutes after a successful offset. With how much offset rising slash we're spamming, this is a no-brainer to pick up. The Shiwu set comes as a bonus as well. Eating well-cooked steak gives us 15 raw attack for 2 minutes, which is a great way to burn those rations that are collecting dust sitting in your back for a free buff. This is a substantial buff, but do keep in mind that the Shiwu set bonus does not stack with items like the Might Pill and Might Seed though. Whatever buff gives higher attack will take place, even though the other buffs can be active as well. If you ate a steak and then a Might Pill, you will have 20 seconds of plus 25 raw attack, which then drops back down to 15 after Might Pill ends. The Might Seed gives you 10 raw attack for 3 minutes. Without speed eating, eating steak is quite slow, so it's a good idea to start with your Shiwu set bonus first, and then eat your Might Seeds later on in battle. This is a great way to split your resource consumption. Like and subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming breakdowns. If you want to support my work, please consider buying my fantasy novel or donating to my Patreon down below. With a book purchase, you can also request a topic from me. Krite, signing out.